Good morning. Well, I was going to come out here today and plant some trees, but it's still very windy, so I think I'm going to wait. They're a little bit sheltered where they are, and they're growing slowly, so I think, let them fill the pot out, let them get a bit older, let them stay where it's kind of sheltered. No need to put them out in the wind. I could put a little wind block up, I guess, but they're happy. They're not pot bound or anything like that, so I think I'm just going to leave them where they are for now. So maybe if I can sneak off, I could get that coffee today. I don't want to. I have no reason to go anywhere. But I just finished the birds, and I want to show you what I've been doing. So this is the original piece of rope that they kept chewing. This is the longest piece left. So I've just put that up between this pole I'm stood next to and here. It's about 2 meters long. Gives them something, a different thickness to sit on. And I put this branch in. Well, it's actually a tree that died. So I brought it in here and pinned it up. And pinned some more branch on this side. And this is what's left of their new rope. That's their new rope, what's left of it. And then I put that up there for them to sit on. And it comes over and secures onto this branch. So this is their new rope. I like to be up high, so this is their new rope. It goes up to here. Basically like a diamond shape within a rectangle. This guy is one of the original 6 that I bought here right at the beginning, and likes to sit here on this little piece of new rope. So he's about 2.5 years ago he came here, and he's still happy, still looking strong. And he was in an aviary about 2 foot square with about 50 other birds. Some would say, why do you have birds in an aviary? Why do you keep them locked up? Why don't you let them free? Well, one is they're Budgies, and they're not from here, they're from Australia. And 2 is, I didn't originally think I'm going to build an aviary and get birds. I went to, excuse the wind, I went to the pet shop one day. It's an outdoor big open pet shop, to get some treats for the dogs when the puppies were here. And they had these birds in a cage that you would have at home, really small one. And there was like 50 or more in this little cage, and there was nowhere for them to sit. There was like 2 bars, and the rest of them were hanging on the edge. One little feeder and one little pot thing with water in it. I'm like, not cool. So I thought, I just walked away, but it troubled me, really troubled me. So I thought, you know something, I can't save every bird that's in a pet shop, but I can save 6. So I built this aviary. So that's why I built the aviary, and I continue to try my best to look after them. I have to build a new aviary now because there's so many in there. And I think, for a while, I'm not going to put a nesting box in the new aviary. Just leave them alone for a while. And because, they keep producing. I know they like to produce, but before I had lots of nesting boxes in there, and then boom, I went from 6 to 60. I don't know how many's in there now, but I'm going to build a new aviary for them, and then they'll have some more. I want them to be able to fly, like go for it, So that's my plan. And like I said the other day, I'm happy to stay here now, and I feel much more content and relaxed and so on. So I'm going to build the aviary. That's my next project. But this morning, I got some footage of the bird of prey that comes to visit the birds. And what's cool is more and more they're starting to ignore him, because you know he'll come and fly all over and they'll just like, you again. So they're starting to ignore him now. I think they feel more confident. But I come out, I just opened the door a little bit and put my the 200mm on this little camera and recorded this little video. Have a look. So me and another person, a friend of mine in England, been trying to figure out what is it. So I looked at it and I thought it could be, he said Eastern Marsh Harrier, and I said I'm not sure, could be a falcon. So I kept looking, you know, the thickness, the broadness of the wing, the coloring and everything, and what I've come up with is Peregrine Falcon. And according to the internet, they don't actually mate here, but they do come here. So I don't know if he's not a full adult yet or what, but you know, he's got all the markings of an adult and he's fast. So, but it's interesting to watch him still. And I feel kind of, I know he's here because of the budgies, but there's many other birds too that come here. There's owls. I haven't seen the owl this year, but last year there was an owl that would come by at dusk. He would fly up the river and come through the trees here and go over there and then around to a big tree in the field. So sometimes I would sit over there in the woods and wait till it got dark, just watching. And you know, if no mosquitoes come, I just stay there because, you know, just watching. So, but it's still beautiful to see that, you know, the good thing is, you know, for a peregrine falcon to live, there's got to be the ecosystem. So it says something, right? I thought I was going to go out today, and I thought I wasn't going to work in the garden. But I started walking around and just did a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and next thing you know, off I go. I'm doing it again. I put some kiwa, cow poo on some of the plants, and those bags of peat I bought the other day, I put them on, put that on some of the pots, because the pots go down as the plant grows, pulls the nutrients out, it settles, whatever, decomposes more and goes down. So I put some of that on. Okay guys, another day over. Time to sign off and say good night. I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for your comments. Guys, good night. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Keep your money in your pocket. All the very best, guys. Good night.